Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, March 23rd. The time is 6:15 p.m. and the temperature is around 2 degrees Celsius right now. And I am here at Dundas Square, and that is the Eaton Center across the street. And as you can tell, it is raining right now. And for this one, I'm going to head north up Yonge Street a few blocks over to Elm Street. And then I'll walk west along the entire length of Elm Street. And I think that'll take me to Baldwin Village. And then from there, I'll probably find my way over to a subway station. And this is not the walk I came downtown to record. I actually have a new camera in my backpack. And the plan was to do a test walk with that. And I would have needed both hands to do some of the recording. But given that it's raining and it's a bit gloomy out, I thought I'll save that one for tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon when the weather's going to be nicer and I can actually use both hands at once, as I kind of have to hold an umbrella with one hand. So this here is Dundas Street, and there's a look south down Yonge. So when I got here and it was raining, I decided to pop into the Eaton Center and grab a meal and think about what I wanted to do. And that was a bit of an interesting experience. It was my first time going in there since the mask mandate had been lifted. And this is anecdotal, but I'd say about maybe 40% were unmasked. And this here is Edward Street. There's where the world's biggest bookstore used to be. There's a look over towards Ryerson University. There's Zanzibar across the street, and here we are at Elm Street. And here is probably my favorite restaurant in the city. It's Barbarian Steakhouse. And I was there not too long ago on my birthday. And just before that, I was at a highly regarded steakhouse in New York City called Gallagher's. And they're both kind of old school steakhouses. I would say Barbarian's clearly has the edge between the two, at least in my humble opinion. And look how windy it is. Those flags are getting blown around pretty good. So this is west along the south side of Elm Street. And there's the Chelsea Hotel. The Queen and Beaver Public House. There's a ramen restaurant. These BBQ chicken places have been popping up all over the place. I don't know if the camera's picking up those prices, but it seems to be around $20 per dish there. And the cost of eating out has just been getting higher and higher in the city. Oh. And this is Bay Street. That's the financial district off in the distance. There's a branch of Sick Kids Hospital. This area that I'm entering is known as the Discovery District. It features 4 rather prominent hospitals. And some boarded up old homes, which I'm quite surprised that these have survived in this location as long as they have. I don't see any redevelopment signs. And I kind of wish I brought some gloves with me. I think Toronto General Hospital is just coming up on the right. And that was recently listed as, I think, in the top 5 hospitals in the world, according to a rather prominent publication whose name I'm forgetting. There's the YWCA Toronto. Although this first building here is part of Sick Kids. Sick Kids and Toronto General are on the east side of University, and Princess Margaret and Mount Sinai are on the west side. And there's an Indian restaurant right there, The Host. I've never noticed that before. We got a pretty nice looking patio and it smells good. Someone on a bike. I recorded an e-bike ride this morning. That was the first one I recorded for this channel, I think since November. I also did an e-bike live stream last night. And that is University Avenue just up ahead. There's the Ted Rogers Center for Heart Research. I'm not going to catch the light anyways. So let's check out this plaque. Mary Pickford, born in 1893 in a house which stood near this site. Gladys Marie Smith appeared on stage in Toronto at the age of 5. Her theatrical career took her to Broadway in 1907, where she adopted the name Mary Pickford. There's a look at Sick Kids, and Toronto General is just a block to the north. And there's Mount Sinai Hospital. And I do apologize for most of my videos lately being rather downtown centric. That's just kind of the way things have worked out. And normally you'd have a pretty good view of the CN Tower looking south on University Avenue, or at least from the east side, but it's a bit too foggy today. There is Toronto Rehab University Center, part of the UHN. And I think that's the north end of Simcoe Street. And that's a look north up Murray Street. So now well on the west side of downtown. Lunch special, pasta, homemade tomato sauce, and a side of garlic bread for $11.99. This rain isn't showing any sign of letting up. I was hoping it would stop while I was in the Eaton Center having a bite to eat. Whoa! This wind is getting hard to control, or control the umbrella. Ow! The umbrella just whacked me in the side of the head. Oops. I was hoping it would have stopped raining so I could get out and make that video showcasing my new camera. And we're entering Baldwin Village, a place known for where a lot of Vietnam draft dodgers from the US relocated to back in the 60s. And this here is McCall Street. There's look south towards the base of the CN Tower. The Art Gallery of Ontario is just off in that direction, as is the Ontario College of Art and Design. I'm just going to quickly wipe down the camera lens here. I can't tell if it's fogging up or not. It seems to have water all over it. Hopefully that hasn't interfered with the picture too much. That's one advantage of the other camera I got. It's got a much bigger display. It's a lot easier to see that sort of thing. There's a St. Louis Bar and Grill. Used to be a Korean restaurant in that corner. And this is definitely a neat area that's rather underrated. There's the Light Cafe. This area sort of melds into Chinatown, which lies straight ahead just to the west of here. And this is Henry Street. And I have no idea why that guy saw the need to ride his bike illegally on the sidewalk there when he should have been on the road. Especially given how little traffic there is here. I've heard good things about this izakaya. There's a Canton Ramen. All right, Beverley Street. Let's go north here. Just to the south of here is Dundas Street, and I walked along there, I think about a week ago on a video. And you can see a lot of street signs here have Chinese characters. And this here is a National Historic Site, the George Brown House, originally named Lambton Lodge. This house was built from 1874 to 1876. And there's a college with numerous campuses all over the city named after George Brown. And Beverley comes to an end at College Street straight ahead. And it turns into St. George, and it runs right through the University of Toronto St. George campus. And that person is a pretty fast walker. It's not often someone overtakes me. And there's a fire truck with its lights on over at Spadina. And here is the Polish Combatants Association. And it's also home to the Royal Canadian Legion, Branch 621. That's bound to happen to anyone who leaves their bike out for too long in any part of this city. And you'll call the police and they'll just kind of shrug. I think in the Netherlands, most bikes have a system where you can actually lock the back wheel to the frame. I remember seeing something to that effect on the Not Just Bikes channel. I actually rode down this part of Beverley yesterday on my e-bike stream. And this here is college. There's the University of Toronto across the street. Person was walking awfully close to me. It's always awkward to narrate one of these videos with someone right on your heels, so I thought I would slow down there and let her go past. But it turns out she turned south onto Henry Street there. I'm very tempted to jump onto that streetcar. So this is heading east along the south side of College Street. If I were to do a lot of homework and rank all the streets, at least in terms of frequency that I've recorded on, I think College would be in the top 5. Sorry. My umbrella and that guy's umbrella both blew inside out at the same time. And this one's not supposed to do that. Although it is a bit older. I have a newer one. I just grabbed the wrong one. There's the old Stewart building. And I could have caught that streetcar after all. Someone just hopped in.
Hello to you other girls. Hello, missus. Hello, ma'am.
And it's back to University Avenue. So look north at the Provincial Legislative Assembly. I can't tell if the camera lens is fogged up or not. I'm going to give it another quick wipe. I don't see another streetcar on the way. So I think what I'll do is when I get to Bay Street, I'll head inside College Park and I'll just walk down to the subway platform. And I think this Mars building here was originally a structure used for the Toronto General Hospital. So this should be Elizabeth Street coming up, and then soon after that I'll be at Bay. And here's Bay Street. And I woke up this morning to sleet raining down. Just little ice pellets. I think around 10:30 that cleared up. That's when I hopped on my e-bike and went out for a pretty good ride. There's someone making a very stupid turn into traffic down there. You know it's windy when? Pretty much taking all my strength here to Yeah, it's time to go inside. If I let go of this thing, it would fly. Thank you. Whew, inside at last. Why is the left side down and the right side up? That drives me nuts. And the food court is straight ahead here. The security guards are kind of looking at me, so I shielded the camera with my umbrella. So booster juice and a 9-round 30-minute kickboxing facility. Thank you. I'm just gonna throw my umbrella into my backpack here. I just set the camera down. Get a nice view out the window. I'm sure this is the most fascinating part of the video by far. I'm just trying to tuck my zippers inside so they don't jingle around. Sorry for the delay. Gotta get my mask out as well. Even though I'm being a badass and not wearing it now, I will have to put it on when I dip into the subway station. as they are no longer required to be worn inside in the province of Ontario. I think it's important not to criticize or judge others for choosing to wear or not wear one. I think we'll gradually see less and less people wearing them inside over time.
No, like I said, I can't.
And this is College Station coming up. So it's time to awkwardly slide the mask on here. How'd I do? Make sure it's pinched nice and tight. And it's time to head down to the southbound platform. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this rain walk, starting at Dundas Square, heading along Elm Street, and into Baldwin Village, and up to College, and over to here at College Station. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And there are links to Patreon and my YouTube channel membership if you wish to support the channel. And I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides. All right, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.
Line 1, Fort Finch. Please stand clear of the doors.
In all passengers, but on line, we are currently bypassing our destination in both directions. We're in and on the platform. Again, all passengers, Yonge University, on line, we are currently bypassing our downtown station in both directions.